We now have visibility. I think we're probably the first technology company in history to have visibility into $500 billion of cumulative Blackwell and early ramps of Rubin through 2026. So Hopper, in its entire life, 4 million GPUs. Blackwell, each one of the Blackwells has 2 GPUs in it in one large package. 20 million GPUs of Blackwells in the early parts of.
黄仁勋表示 Blackwell Rubin 的累计出货量已上修至约2000万颗，较此前市场预期的1500万提升约 30%。按当前价格推算，这条产品线的订单规模已超过5000亿美元，且仅涵盖西方市场。若按利润模型折算，相当于英伟达 EPS 上修约 17%， 意味着市场此前对其增长节奏和 AI 算力需求明显低估。受此影响，英伟达股价再破新高，市值直逼5万亿。
Many of the CSPs already have services that have been here long ago before AI. Remember, they were invented in the era of machine learning, classical machine learning algorithms like XGBoost, algorithms like data frames that are used for recommender systems, collaborative filtering, content filtering. All of those technologies were created in the old days of general purpose computing. Even those algorithms, even those architectures are now better with accelerated computing. And so even without AI, the world's CSPs are going to invest into acceleration. NVIDIA's GPU is the only GPU that can do all of that plus AI. An ASIC might be able to do AI, but it can't do any of the others. NVIDIA could do all of that, which explains why it is so safe to just lean into NVIDIA's architecture. We have now reached our virtuous cycle, our inflection point. And this is quite extraordinary. I have many partners in the room, and all of you are part of our supply chain, and I know how hard you guys are working. I want to thank all of you, how hard you are working. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to show you why. This is what's going on in our company's business. We're seeing extraordinary growth for Grace Blackwell for all the reasons that I just mentioned. It's driven by 2 exponentials. We now have visibility. I think we're probably the first technology company in history to have visibility into $500 billion of cumulative Blackwell and early ramps of Rubin through 2026. And as you know, 2025 is not over yet, and 2026 hasn't started. This is how much business is on the books. $500 billion worth so far. Now this is, out of that, we've already shipped 6 million of the Blackwells in the first several quarters, I guess the first 4 quarters of production, 3.5 quarters of production. We still have 1 more quarter to go for 2025, and then we have 4 quarters. So the next 5 quarters, there's $500 billion, $500 billion. That's 5 times the growth rate of Hopper. That kind of tells you something. This is Hopper's entire life. This doesn't include China and Asia, so this is just the West. So Hopper, in its entire life, 4 million GPUs. Blackwell, each one of the Blackwells has 2 GPUs in it in one large package. 20 million GPUs of Blackwells in the early parts of Rubin. Incredible growth. So I want to thank all of our supply chain partners, everybody. I know how hard you guys are working.